And it looks like we're live. Does anyone want to type in the chat if you can hear me? I just want to double check that the sound is working. And Aya, and welcome to Yestarë and Morransulimë. So we're celebrating, well, actually today is Metare, which would be the last day of the prior Elven year. And tomorrow is technically Yestarë, but we're celebrating today because we have, thank you, Nimue, we have so many things going on this week. So one of which is our sister group is doing, hi, Erolastiel, awesome, May Govanen. So we have a Yestarë or Vinya Loa ritual with our sister group Il Salunte Valion tomorrow, like around 12:30 Pacific time, so 3:30 Eastern. And I think that that's what Dave is going to be going to because, I just think that that's what happened. And I didn't know what DeKindre's been doing, but I also know that he is getting his house ready to sell. And he's kind of at the mercy of, figuring out, like his listings and also clients, that are coming to, look at the house and stuff. So I just figure that I'll probably end up doing this today, which is okay. And maybe we can, have some time to, chat or something like that, like for anyone who's interested. So let me go ahead and get started. I am going to wing it a little bit because I cannot find my materials that I had written like a long time ago for Manwë and Vairë, but I pretty much know them. So we're just gonna like kind of, do an impromptu type of meditation and have a few minutes. In fact, I was gonna ask the pendulum here how many minutes I should make the meditation for this particular video. And it's saying 15 minutes. Okay, so that's fine. We usually do about 30 to 45 minutes when we do an IV presentation. And if any of you are interested in that, let me know. Now, there is no recording that happens with the Il Salunte Valion ritual. It's only live. And they use Jitsi as a platform rather than, YouTube or Zoom or Google Meet or whatever. And I did want to tell you guys that it's a little buggy, so we try to keep our like microphones off, unless we're talking, stuff like that. It's a little bit wonky, but it works. So if any of you are interested in that, let me know. That's tomorrow. But today we're going to get started. And so we'll do Linde Ellen Lote, the Song of the Starflower. We're setting our ritual energies. And before we start with the star, we will intone Eru, which is the source of all, the, Eru Iluvatar, the all, the everywhere, the all father. Well, I guess the one really is what it means. Iluvatar is all father, and it's, it's the nickname that the elves had given to Eru. So we will intone Eru. Eru. And this is the shape of the seven-pointed star. We still don't have our update of our ebook yet. When we update it, we will be adding the septaquitra, which is the Vesica Pisces curved shape of the seven-pointed star. But this still works for the points, so we can like look at it like a clock face. And the first point would be the 4 o'clock position. So whatever the 4 o'clock position is for you, that for me, it's right here. We intone Elenia, which is star day. Elenia. We go over to the 8 o'clock position and intone Sunday, Anaria. Anaria. We go up to the 2 o'clock position. We intone the moon day, Isilia. Isilia. We go down to the 7 o'clock position. We intone the trees day for the 2 trees, Laureline and Telperion. It's called Alduya. Alduya. We go up to the top of the star position, the noon position. We intone Heaven's Day, which is Menelia. Menelia. We go down to the 5 o'clock position. We intone Earenia, which is the sea day or the mariner's day. Earenia. We then go to the 10 o'clock position and we intone Valanya, which is the day of the Valar or the day of the powers, the high day. Valanya. And then we close the shape by going back to the 4 o'clock position and we intone Arda, which is the earth. Arda. And we can hold our hands together or we can hold them like open, like a bowl, as if to hold a container. We intone Ea, which is behold, and it's what Iluvatar said when the songs were sang. And we do it 3 times. Ea, Ea, Ea. Now we want to call the directions, and if you can face the directions, that's great, but you don't have to. This is the Tengwar that's called Roman, and we are going to be calling the east direction. So trace that in front of you. It looks like a Y with a tail. And then hold your hand with your fingers together and your palm facing outward. It's called the Fear Not Mudra. And we will intone Roman. Roman. We now call on Manwë Sulimo, the High King of Arda, of the Eagles and the Winds, and his lady Varda Elentari, the Queen of the Stars and the protector of Arda and Iluvatar's children. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Next, we want to use this symbol. Looks like an upside down Y. It's for south. And we trace it in front of us, and then we intone Hjarmen. Hjarmen. We now call on Tulkas, the youngest, bare-handed, ruddy warrior Vala, and Nessa, the sister of Orome, and the friend of the deer, she who dances on the new green grass. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. You want to do this symbol here. This is Formen. This is for north. It looks like a B with an underline. Formen. We now call on Aule the smith, who dwells in the ground, the Vala of mining and the crafting of metals and gemstones, he who created the dwarves as a gift to Iluvatar, and to our motherly Yavanna Kementari, the giver of fruits, the queenly valley of the maturing green vegetation of harvest in Arda and of the life that nourishes all of us. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Aha, here we go. This is the symbol I was looking for. This is the symbol for Ore. It means the heart, the inner mind, but we are going to use this on our heart area, and we'll just draw it right on us, and we'll put our hand over our heart, but we will intone me because it means within. Me. We now call on the hunter Vela, Orome, the lord of the forests, he who loves the elves and wanders all of Arda on horseback with his horn, and to Vana, the ever young and vital, she who aligns with the flowers and the new plant growth. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And then on the bottom here, okay, it's this one that we want, the one that's on the bottom. It looks like a U with a line over the top of it. That is the Tengwar for Valië, the sky. We want to draw it above us. And you can hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra upward, or you can just hold it in front of you. We will intone or because it means above. Or. We now call on Irmo, Lorien, the Vala of the high light gardens who nurtures our goals, visions, and our dreams, and Este the gentle, the Valië of rest, sleep, and healing. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And now we want to face downward and put this underneath us. This is like Roman, but it has an extra tail. This is the Tengwar for Arda, the earth. But we will draw the Tengwar, but then we will intone, we'll put our hand in Fear Not Mudra facing down, we will intone Undo because it means below. Undo. We now call on those of the Valar who walk alone. Ulmo, the brother of Manwë and the powerful and protective Vala of all of the musical waters of Arda. And Nienna, the Valië of our transformation and our rebirth. It is she, through her tears, intensely cleanses and restores all forms of fear, pain, and hurt that have come before. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. In the last of the directions, this is west. This is the Tengwar for Newman. It looks like an M with like a lot of curl on the ends. Newman. We now call on Namo in the Halls of Mandos, the Vala of the balance and fair judgment of our respective paths of death, and to Vairë the Weaver, of the ever-changing black and white threads of time, the past, present, and future. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And now we want to, like, I guess you can just hold in front of you, or if you have a flame, if you have a candle, we can hold the flame, imperishable. We're going to intone Iluve because it means the all, the everywhere. Iluve. We acknowledge that we are one with Eru Iluvatar. And for Christians who are present today, we also honor the spirit of the Christ consciousness. We feel the flame imperishable within us in our circle of celebration on this afternoon. Laita. We are gathered here today to celebrate Yestarë, which is the Elven New Year. We're also celebrating Metare, the last day of the prior Loa cycle, or the Elven calendar of the year. We are paying attention today to Vairë the Weaver. And the reason that we had aligned Vairë with this time of the year is that it felt natural for the archetype of the weaver it ties in slightly with the Norns, which are in Norse mythology. They are the ones who spin the thread, they weave the cloth, and they cut the threads. And it has to do with a measurement of time and life. And we thought that that was a good archetype for the ending, the cutting of the old Loa and the beginning of the new Loa. So that's why we honor Vairë today. It's a great metaphor. And we also happen to be in a dark moon right now. And we are still in the month of Sulimo for one more day. So we are celebrating also today Morransulimë, which is the Elven dark moon of winds. And so we are honoring also Manwë Sulimo, of the winds and the air and the eagles. Okay. So we'll prepare for a meditation. If you want, you can drink some water. I have it's water in here, but this was kombucha like a while ago, but I recycle the bottles and like wash them and get some water. And we can infuse our water if we can with the star flower. This is a black and white version, but if you have a color version, it's called Trientalis borealis. That might be an old name though, because I do believe that the botanical council that uses Latin names to describe plants, they sometimes change the names. So Trientalis is the name that I think you can still find it that way. But it's the star flower. We like the one that is borealis, but the eastern one is also a good one to use for this. So we'll begin our meditation. We want to close our eyes. We want to get comfortable. And we want to visualize us standing on the mountain of the two trees, which is called Koro Larire. It's the green mound, and you'll see the two trees, the silver tree, Telperion, and the golden tree, Laurelene. And what we want to do is fill the left side of our body with the silver light of Telperion, the moonlight, the starlight. We want that silver energy to flow in all of our chakras, all of the left side of our bodies. And we want to especially circulate that light in our ajna as well as our sacral chakra. Okay, and that's about 3 inches below your belly button. Okay, it's those two chakras are very aligned with silver light. We'll just allow. And now we want to access Laurelene and her golden light. and bring it through the right side of our body, head to toe, and circulate the light through our chakras, especially through our crown chakra, as well as our solar plexus, which is just below the joining of your rib cage. Let this light circulate and breathe in and get really, really grounded in the golden and silver energy and the energies of Arda, where we start to make our roots go into Arda. So draw, just bring out your roots and put them down into the source, into the all that is Arda. And now we want to take our arms, imagine everything, fingernails, everything, hair even, as our branches into the sky, the sun and moon and the sky energy, the stars, the planets. We want to bring all of that energy into our bodies and the energies of Arda coming through. So as we manage this golden and silver energy, now we have the energies of Arda and the energies of the sky, the energies of all the realms. Maybe we would like to experience some of the fluctuation of the time with feeling the silver energy like take over, like so that it like fills us up with all the silver energy. And then we can switch it into the golden energy and just kind of fluctuate with that. And we do this as the days go by, but we also do this when the seasons change. And we are in a seasonal change right now. We are in the first day of the Elven spring as well. So we want to just feel that energy of that warming energy coming back, the energy of the sun. Right now, it's pretty equal. It's not as equal as it was on the equinox, but we're pretty close to that still. And where our light is increasing. We might want to connect with, I don't know, maybe our Maiar Elven guides, others that are like not in the Valar that you maybe work with, okay? In the Tolkien pantheon, the Tolkien, Middle Earth world, okay? That maybe you want to connect with some of the spirits of that as well. I know some people have talked to me about like that they resonate with Gandalf or Galadriel or, another special character. You can bring that in right now. And now we want to turn our attentions to Tanequetil because we're going to visit Manwë first. I thought that would be better, and then we could fly on the eagle. So let's go to Tanequetil, which is the tallest mountain in the Blessed Realm in Valinor. We can see Tanequetil. It is it's just the steepest, tallest of the mountains, and at the top is where Varda Elentari and Manwë Sulimo are. And we see Manwë with his fair hair and his sapphire blue gowns and raiment. He has his eagles nearby. And he says, let's travel. Let's go by air. Let's travel on the eagles. And we will fly to the Halls of Mandos and pay Vairë a visit. So Manwë is the energies of fair balance and judgment. He's very much kind of like the King Arthur of the pantheon, where he makes decisions that are fair based, and he wants all opinions, and he wants equality, he wants like what's right, he wants what's fair. And even Namo in the Halls of Mandos, he's the Doomsman, but he doesn't make his decisions without the permissions of Manwë. So Manwë is still, I wouldn't say he's in charge, but he would be probably the Vala who has the most of the mind of Iluvatar when he was making the creation of Ea. Manwë has the best idea about what that was intended. So we're flying through the creation right now. We're flying on the eagles. And we're flying to the Halls of Mandos, and we land. And Manwë sees Namo. He's there, but we're coming to visit Vairë the Weaver today, because today being a special day where all of the threads are cut for the old year, we now let it fly away. Like, we let the old year just kind of unravel. We let the old year just, the things that we want to keep from the year, we have in our hearts and we have dear to us. But some of the heavy energies that we have, we want those to just unravel and just float away in the air. We then turn and we see the new start of the year. We see all of the new spinning material. Maybe it's wool, maybe it's, flax, whatever, being spun into new thread, okay, and new fabric and new colors, new everything. So see Vairë weaving you a new piece of fabric for your upcoming year that represents what you want in the new year, what your wishes are. What does your fabric look like? What kind of colors do you see? What kind of shapes do you see in your fabric? What kind of textures? What kind of, like, are they flowy? Are they like crisp? Are they deep colored, like jewels? Do they have jewels like, encrusted in the fabric? Is there silver and golden threads? What does your fabric look like? Okay. And if you see anywhere in the fabric that might need some fixing, just go ahead and just have Vairë fix that. Okay. If you see any places in the fabric that are, like a little wonky, have her fix the fabric. Okay. And see the fabric just going into the future. Like, and maybe you don't see it all. Like, maybe you don't even see the end, but you see like a lot of the themes of the fabric. Okay. And this is your fabric for the year. And I want you to, like, really, like, kind of, if you will, wrap yourself in that fabric. Okay. And just kind of sit with that fabric and see how it feels this year. Okay. We are taking off our old fabric already. We're putting on our new fabric now. And Vairë wove it just for us. Okay. She wove it because she knows your heart. She knows what you are bringing to the energies. Okay. Whether we identify as human, elven, dwarven, hobbit, doesn't matter. Okay. We are in the time of humans right now, and we are at probably the end of the third song in Ea, ready for the event where during Dagger Daggereth we end up re-singing the song or the songs, because there was 3 of them for Ea. We'll be singing those together because humans and elves will be singing along with the Valar and the Maiar and all of the Ainur. We'll be singing the song this time because we are the creation of Eru Iluvatar from this creation, from Ea. Okay, so we're part of that now. And so we're experiencing some of the unfoldment of that. Okay, and we have to admit that Arda is getting higher in vibration right now. And I think that she's ready to open up the energies for some of the energies of the Elven archetypes and some of the Tolkien things from the prior ages to return and come full circle. And so I'd like you to meditate on what that means to you. And I'll set the alarm for 15 minutes. And we can spend some time with Manwë and Vairë and listen to what they say to you. Maybe your guides are with you as well. Just spend some time with them. So we got 15 minutes on the timer. And we're starting. I'm going to set some music. In fact, I'll add it to the video here. These are. Sorry about that. It is time to start working our way back with Manwë and the eagle to Tanequetil. Thank Vairë and Namo for visiting the Halls of Mandos, and join Manwë on the eagle to fly back, fly up, up, up to Tanequetil. We see Varda Elentari, and we'll be seeing her later in the summer for Yestarë. Let Manwë have any extra messages for you, and we work our way back to Coro Larire, the two trees. And we see the silver and the golden light becoming three jewels, the Silmarils. And we can keep a piece of this light for any time that we need healing and spiritual guidance. Breathe in really deep and let go of the golden energy. Breathe in again and let go of the silver energy. And we're going to come back to where we are on Arda, wherever we are on this wonderful planet, and celebrating this day. Shake off our roots and shake off our branches. Let's bring it all in. And we'll close the circle. Our work is done. We acknowledge the existence of Iluvatar, the all that is, and the flame imperishable while we are in circle. And we thank the Christ Spirit for being with us in circle. And we see your presence in all outside of this circle as well. Laita. Thank you to all of the Valar, especially to Vairë the Weaver and Manwë Sulimo of the winds, for being with us in circle and for carrying out in spirit our work done here today. We hereby open ourselves to you, even outside of this circle. Laita. We acknowledge and are grateful for the elements and directions, and to the silver and to the golden light, for creating our blessed space in which we may do our spiritual work on this sacred day. Laita. And now we want to push down all of the golden and silver energy that we released. Just put it down into Arda, into the earth. See it lowering all the way down. Healing Arda. Arda, here is a gift of energy, of pure intent of love, light, and healing that comes from the very deepest places of our hearts. and may it heal you and all of your inhabitants, and bring all things to natural balance. The circle is now open. Laita, many blessings. Does anyone want to share anything that's been happening for you in the circle today? Sorry about the light here. It's getting a little bit intense. It's like, it's in my face, and then, like, then you can't see me. So I'm sorry about that. But I am here. I will share with you guys what I was getting. It was really funny because, interestingly, I happen to be a crocheter, and I'm making like a top, and like I'm not done. Okay. So, but you'll see that I have made like a lace, and that these are all tiger's eye beads. So I have jewels literally put in fabric, and that's the first thing that they were showing me, is saying, hey, this is part of you weaving your year. So I'm already starting to weave my year. So apparently this new garment that I'm making is part of my year energy. So it's a magical process. And so that's what Vairë showed me. As far as Manwë is concerned, he was kind of giving me more of a like a direction for the Elven path. Like, so it wasn't like, so for Vairë it was kind of more personal for me, but with Manwë it was much more about the Elven path, and how and it was like he was showing us our direction with how we are, changing our name. We're getting all of our, legal stuff up to snuff as soon as we can. And meaning that we're going to make a new name, we're going to get a new number, we're going to do all of these things. And because Manwë like also kind of deals with, if you will, like natural law, as well as, like law of, just, I guess, making judgments and things like that. It was like he was like kind of expressing that it was like a really good thing, because we are in fact like we're deepening our roots in the lore, but we are also expanding the base of our people that are interested, because not everybody has the same interests in Tolkien, but we want to make that available. And so, one of the things that was shown to me was like all of us on the board helping create the like, for instance, the curriculum, and like some of the things that are happening. Hi, Astrophil, how are you? Sorry you caught us on the end. It's okay. You can watch the replay if you like later. We are celebrating Yestarë, which is the Elven New Year, and it starts tomorrow. So today happens to be Metare. Yeah, I'm glad about that. I'm dealing with the sun here, and even with the blinds closed, like it's still just pouring in here. And you can even see, like, I tried to close the blinds, but like I couldn't close them all the way, and so the sun is just at this really weird angle right now. So anyway, I'm so glad that all of you came to join us, and sorry about that Dave and Dekindre were not able to attend. I knew that that was a possibility, but I didn't realize that, until the last minute, basically, what's going on. So it's fine. I've done the rituals, on my own before, and it works out just fine. So, but I do like it with them, when they're toning with me and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, Nimue, or let's see, Erolastiel, or Verafaith or Astrophil, but Astrophil just got here. If any of you want to share, oh, hi, Merlin. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here. I would have greeted you. Oh, thank you, Aerolasteel. I was gonna ask if you guys wanted to share any of your experiences in the live chat, but if that's not like what you want to do right now, no problem. You can put it in the comments for later, or you can just keep it for yourself too. Like, you know, I just wanted to give a platform for anybody who wanted to share, if you guys want to share. So, yeah. Oh, look at you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, oh, I have a question for you guys. So I am redoing the format a little bit for the channel, and let me see over here, the style. Okay, so I changed I changed the style of the writing at the bottom to the bubble style. So it was the classic style, and I kind of like the bubble way better. It just, the way that they make it is a little better. Now there's another setting, and it's called minimal. And I like that setting too, but it doesn't like have our brand colors and stuff. Like, it just has it just off on the side. Do you guys have a preference? I kind of like the bubble way at this point, and I think I'm going to keep it this way. If you don't care, that's fine too. But I just thought that I would ask like what your preference is. This was the old way that we were doing it, and I like the concise, like, you know, gives more of the frame. So 2 comments. Like the bubble style better. Yay. Okay, I'm going to keep the bubble style. Friendlier. Oh, I like that. Bubble. Okay. Winner. We are going to do the bubble style. Awesome. Very good. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again. So on Monday, if you guys are going to do the Il Salunte Valion ritual tomorrow, and you don't have a way to do that, make sure you contact me on Facebook Messenger or whatever, and I'll get you the link for that. It's at 12:30 tomorrow Pacific time. So 1:30 in Arizona. Central time would be 2:30. Eastern time is 3:30. And let's see, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 overseas. If you guys are in London, you know, like that time zone. Central Europe would be 9:30. Okay. So if you guys are, you know, wanting to do the Il Salunte Valion ritual for Vinya Loa or Yestarë, let us know. And on Monday, we are having a special teacher class about a way, and it's actually for beginners too. So it's not just for teachers, but what we're noticing is that when people have a lot of like pre-learning that they've done before they approach this path, like, you know, that they have like maybe many years as a Christian or many years as a pagan, okay, or many years as anything really. And in order to approach the material that Tolkien brought forth for us, there is an idea like where, you know, we still have a lot of our old conditioning sometimes when we come to the material. And part of the class is about being able to set all of the conditioning aside. So what we call it is a deconditioning. And it's going to be on Monday. And we have some ideas for, you know, it's things that we've encountered like from other people who are new to the path, you know, that they have a lot of things that they may bring in that are not from this path. that they think like that they have to do, or, you know, what have you. And it's like, actually, it's not really like that. So we're hoping to help with that. And we have that happening on Monday evening around the same time as the ritual. So 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. And then we have a really special event because of Venus retrograde, and now Venus is getting ready to rise in the eastern sky. So back on March 8th or March 9th, I can't remember the day we did it. We did it when Venus was lowering or fading in the sky, in the western sky, and we celebrated by recognizing Arwen. And now it's going to be coming to the eastern side and rising. So we're going to be actually observing that particular timing, along with, you know, paying, you know, reverence to Luthien, to Nuviel. So we're going to be doing that on April 3rd, but it'll be really early in the morning. So you might not be able to be there, and that's fine. We just want to make sure that the video is happening, you know, when we can see Venus in the sky. And we chose the Eastern time zone because it's pretty central to where most of our patrons are. So that's why we did it that way. And, you know, Dave is also in the Eastern time zone, and he wanted to be able to see Venus in the sky. I will have to wait to see Venus in the sky because it'll be 2:30 in the morning, my time. It'll be 11:30 at night for Dekindre. So I'm just going to stay up really late on the 2nd and then just, you know, do the video. So yeah, Vera Faith. Yeah, exactly. So she says, hey, I'm very interested in the deconditioning class. Awesome. And oh, Nimue, if you have to go, excellent. Thank you for attending. We really appreciate you. Awesome. So yeah, the deconditioning class, it's actually going to be for both Christian, you know, Catholic, especially, like, because of the, you know, a lot of the conditioning that Catholic, you know, Catholic churches have for their folks. Okay. And even pagan stuff has a lot of conditioning, things that we kind of take for granted that are not of this particular path. So we're going to talk about those things on Monday. And we definitely want your questions, though. So if you have questions either ahead of time, or you can put it in the live chat while we're doing the class, or even after the class, if we didn't cover something or a question came up and you want to know about it, you can actually put it in the comments, and we'll, you know, we'll do our best to answer that. So I just wanted to let you know we're having kind of a busy time. Dekindre is got his house pretty well packed up. He is doing some real estate research right now. He'll be putting his house on the market soon. And apparently, you know, like his market apparently in Hawaii has to do with, you know, that it's a pretty hot market there right now. So I'm kind of glad of that, because that it'll tell me that, you know, he'll be able to move to Scotland probably sooner than later. So as soon as he does that, right? So anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys. And so, and if you catch the replay for the Tindomi El Ortie, that's what it's called, like it's the rising of the morning star. We understand. So we're not expecting you to be there live. We just wanted to do it when we could see Venus in the sky. And because we just thought that that would be a really cool way to celebrate. And we've never done Venus observances before. So we've done sun observances, we've done moon observances, but we've never really done Venus observances. And the one time that we did, it was when Venus was conjunct Jupiter, and it was in the evening sky, and we did a Rainbow Bridge Ilweranta ritual back in 2009 or 2010, and we never did another one. And so I I was pretty excited to do the Arwen one that we did on March 8th, and you know, we have the replay available for anybody that's interested in that. Venus has been in the underworld though for a little while now, and she's going to be back out in the eastern sky here pretty soon. So we're looking forward to that. And we already had the Sun Venus conjunction, like under, you know, like it's like under the earth, like from our viewpoint, right? We already had that. So we're just getting ready now for it to be appearing in the eastern sky. And we're pretty excited because it actually is going to appear faster than it usually does. So that's a good thing. There's a lot of lore about Venus, like when she disappears out of the evening sky and goes to the morning sky, when she's in the underworld, that there's a lot of you know, shenanigans on the planet when that happens. But then when she appears in the eastern sky, it's like all bets are off. Like nobody's going to get away with anything. Well, we see that kind of in the world right now, don't we? We see a lot of really bad behavior in the world. So yes, we understand that too. You have a wonderful evening, Eru Lastiel, and we'll see you hopefully Monday. And you know, for any of you that want to be there for the Teen Domi Alortie, like, you know, show up, and we'd love it if you guys stayed up with us, but we're not expecting it. We just want you to know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you even for those of you watching the replay. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We really value you. We really appreciate you, and we're working hard behind the scenes, I promise. So have a good evening. Thank you. Laita, many, many blessings. Thank you, Starflower. Yay. Have a good night. Bye.